What's up, fish tank people? Dustin's Fish Tanks bringing it to you in front of one of my favorite in-wall aquariums. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. In today's video, we are going to show you more of the destruction of this tank. Then we're going to slowly work our way into the creative flow of where we're going to head and what directions we're going to go with redoing the hardscape and some of the softscape with this tank. We're also going to have some unexpected surprises from some of the plants we pull out in here. Here we go. And this is the fun part here. The new SEIRYU Stone. I do sell this stuff, but I don't know where to go with this, so I'm kind of like, all right, I'm lining it up underneath the FX4. Like, okay, this is going to go there, and this is just all first cut, throw it around, see how it looks kind of deal. So I'm just kind of sizing it up. The character on these rocks is unbelievable. I'm going to take this around to the light so everybody can see it. It's again my first round playing with this stuff, so I'm just throwing it in here. You see it wet, that's what it looks like. It's a totally different rock, wet. Always get the rocks wet before you purchase, because that will show you what they're going to look like. So why am I doing the SEIRYU Stone? Because it goes better with the black underneath there. And these are just larger pieces. And again, they're just being thrown in here. Now, I want Andrew to check out up top here, because I want to show you guys how quick this Mirio has grown. This is going to get cut way back because it's been choking out the light of everything else. This is a Mirio. We're loving. I don't know the exact species of this. We stock a red variety. It's a little more red than this, which I'm actually going to try in here at some point, but I'm going to thin this all out and get a shot of this coming out here. Doesn't look like much out of the tank, but in the tank it's got a really cool fox look. It's also a fantastic plant for breeding fish. Click links around here, top 5 horniest fish. And this tank is getting a 50% water change as we roll. I'm really stoked about this, because this stuff grows like a weed once it gets established. It takes it a minute to get established, but once it gets established, look at that. It's a monster pile. All right, and I can see here it's still a little too close to the glass. I like how full it is, but the rocks are really going to pop in there. To what extent, I'm not sure yet, but this against the glass here is a little too much. Unfortunately, that's really difficult to get out of there, so I'm going to have to reach against the glass and rip that out. It's going to make a mess, but so be it. So I'm going to rip the stuff as close to the glass out as I can, even though part of me likes the look of it, and then refill it. Add a couple more pieces of SEIRYU Stone and then let it lie. You can see I'm literally going against the glass here as my guiding beam, because I don't have the ability to get that all going. Plants. So you can see how messy this has gotten in here, which is okay, totally fine. It's part of the game with the dirted tank, but I'm actually going to show you. See how it's up against the glass there? I'm just not nuts about the way that is, but it is what it is. I really like the just jungle, but I want to put some just stark contrast in the middle of the jungle. So like a lot of the plants, we know how they're going to grow, so we're not too concerned about that. But then I want to have this like drastic contrast of like the jungle val, dwarf sedge, that sort of stuff growing over the SEIRYU Stone. I think that will be a really nice contrast. Probably add a few like spikes of driftwood. The flow it feels good right now. Like I feel good about the way this has ripped out pretty easily and will be filled up pretty easily. So anything against the glass. Okay. Okay. we're at somewhat of a danger zone. These are not my fish, right? So I'm not trying to hurt these fish. The FX4 needs a purge. Hasn't, to my knowledge, hasn't ever been cleaned. So I'm going to, because the FX4 is not running full blast, I'm going to let this run down a little bit more. Then I'm going to hit it with a hard water change, refill it, and then get the heck away from it and let it kind of like sit and figure out where we're going from here. So as I refill it, I'm going to throw some rocks in and kind of play with escape, and then maybe drain and fill again. I'm not sure, but we're going to go ahead and start refilling this with a little bit of dechlor here. And this is the powdered ACCR from our friends at Fritz. I love this stuff. It's the powdered form of dechlorinator, ammonia remover, chloramines and chloramines. I absolutely love this stuff. I'm using it in the bulk form. We buy it in bulk and then put it in smaller containers. You can see what it looks like though. Made from fresh or salt. And I use a ton of it, 1 gram per, like, I want to say 100 gallons. I use a lot though, because why not? First of all, these aren't my fish. So if I'm doing any sort of ammonia spike, this will take care of that. And then obviously chlorines, chloramines, whatever. So when in doubt, you know, you cannot overdose this stuff, which is nice. Some of the other stuff, you dose too much, it actually starts attacking oxygen. This stuff doesn't. So it's good stuff. So we've got our dechlor in there. Now we crank it back up, crank the water on, check the temps. Love this setup. Touch the water there. Scientifically, I can touch the water there. Oh, see it. Close off the Y. And now she starts there. Just slick. And the FX4 actually kicked off. We must have gone below the level of that, so we're going to be watching that. That could be problematic. Up, she's starting again slowly here. So you see the SEIRYU stone. It's going to take a lot of it. Not really sure which way we're going to go with that just yet. Just cleaning the canvas, looking at it when it's full. It's all our goal today. So my vision is coming clearer here. I really want to bring the SEIRYU stone up to about here. I want to bring it higher. So I want to like create like a tension with the rock. Unfortunately, I don't have any large pieces. I do have some big ones at home that I got to dig out. So I really want to bring some like height to this. We'll roll over here and look through this stuff. Nothing really with a lot of height. I do have a really taller piece of dragon stone, but I don't like to mix, so we're not going to mix that. Gonna go ahead and open the little guy up. So, you know, small in the front, big in the back. Nothing fancy here. And then the character of this stuff is just unbelievable. You can see this is the actual SEIRYU stone, not the knockoff stuff. So I'm envisioning this kind of coming in the front here like that, giving you that contrast. The problem is I can't just go bloop and drop it in. I got to go around behind. So we're going to go mess with that and just get this in here and kind of just pull around a little bit and just getting the feel with the SEIRYU stone. And again, I can't see it, so it's kind of hard to like know how it's looking from behind here. There's actually some really fire driftwood in here. This up. This will give me my vertical height. I may not need the SEIRYU stone. And this is not the design I'm looking for here, but I can use this just to wedge it in there temporarily to give me the desired height. That's not the staying position, but that's the, I want this little hook right here to be visible. So be it. Had to unplug and replug in the FX4. It needed time. So be it. Kill these right here. Kill this one right here. Folks, I straight up feel spoiled having the ability to disconnect an FX4 and drain it directly into a sink. That's just totally the way to go. So if you've got the budget to do it, definitely get a sink underneath your aquarium if you can, if not close nearby, because draining and just unplugging a thing and putting it in there, Yeah. And what I want to do is when I, oh shoot, wrong button. Wrong way, Dusty. When trying to open it, I opened the valve. All right, so now we got this chock full. Let's re-siphon this here. And obviously it's amazing having a sink directly underneath the aquarium. You can just disconnect part of the filter and do a water change. Super slick, loving him having that sink underneath there, making this a lot easier. Cool, get a shot of up there. I'm doing a water change that this sink can't keep up with. But look, go up there and get the shot of it coming in. See how it's coming in through that input there? So I'm actually draining this while it's filling. So that's a risky way to roll because you want to use dechlor, but I can like power drain it down here like this into this sink. The sink can't keep up, so it's not a full blast. But the siphon is back started. See how it's filling up too fast? That's whatever. But then I can close that off. All right, so now our output is good from the FX4. So that's killer. So it's restarted because I broke the siphon when I took the water level too down. Now too far down. We reconnect this here. Bada boom, bada bing. Water is off. These are sealed tight. Andrew, getting this? Camera guy, you catching this? All right, this goes here on. This goes here on. Now we're sealed in there good with minimal water problems. The siphon is now, this is full and ready to fly. And then now get your shot up there because I want to see how this kicks on. All right, so now she's back on. And that'll burp itself, and then it burps after a minute too, which is really super cool too. So, the tank, is that full? I can't even see the water level.
Nope.
Not full? All right. Oh, there it is in the jar. So yeah, so now the tank is straight. I can continue topping it off. Notice there's a little bit of stuff coming out of the filter. It's because I stirred it all up. But overall, the filter is restarted. Now what I'm gonna do, next time I come in here with every supply that I need, I'm going to kind of redo this filter. I'll empty it out, clean it, and then, because it hasn't been cleaned as far as my knowledge, and then stir it up again, and then we'll filter everything out. But this is a good start. How we're looking after a little bit of deconstruction and some time for the filter to kick back on to clear this out. So now we can actually see what's going on. Hit the like button, subscribe button, and share button, and drop me a comment on what you think about this in-wall aquarium and where we should go from here. Tank on, everybody. Later.